Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Alien Romulus connects to the original Alien film in a pretty big way, pun intended, when you figure out what I'm talking about. So full spoilers ahead for today's video, ladies and gents. If you haven't seen, yesterday I did a really big spoiler video discussing all the leaks which came out from test screen recently with respect to Alien Romulus. And now there's some more information which is sort of circulating as well. This is legit. This is true. I just, I'm sort of choosing what I share here and there. I could share more, just as an FYI. There are more spoilers to be had, but I'm not, I've shared enough, I guess, up until this point. I think it'll be interesting to see this come to life when it is shown in a trailer. But anyway, we're going to take a look at this today. Full spoilers for Alien Romulus, but this is to do with its connection to the original film. How it connects to the masterpiece that started this entire franchise off that we all love so much. So, you've been warned? You've been warned. Okay, right, full spoilers. So, we know that this film takes place on the Romulus research station. This is a Weyland-Yutani research station. And this film is essentially, there is a connection to the prequels, Prometheus and Alien Covenant, by way of a connection to the original film. So, bear with me. Shortly after, or sometime after Alien, we know that at the end of that film, the alien was jettisoned out of the airlock, burnt with the burners, and was floating through space. We know that. Sometime after that, the big chap, hence the big way, the big chap, which is the xenomorph, that specific variant, was recovered by Weyland-Yutani. It had been floating through space, and it had been recovered by Weyland-Yutani. It survived. Pretty rough. Like, surviving is, I don't know, that's a generous way to put it. Let's put it that way, due to the state that it's in. And it was brought to the Romulus research station for research. Now, the scientists aboard the Romulus research station reverse engineered the DNA of the big chap. And you reverse engineer the DNA so much and so, in such a fashion that you go all the way back to the black goo, the accelerant, the very thing which created the xenomorphs in the first place. Which is, or at the very least, supposedly, what they were telling in Prometheus and Alien Covenant, which this seems to confirm that more, I guess. The fact that you've reverse engineered the big chap in such a way that you get all the way back to the accelerant, the mutagen, which creates it. I think that's fascinating, genuinely. And I think it's not an on-the-nose way to connect back to the prequel films, but it is a way to connect back to them. And it's also a way, I guess, in some instances, by proxy, to remove the legitimacy that David created the engineers more. Because of the time span that those eggs had been on LV-426. Obviously, it was estimated, but, essentially confirmed, at least in headcanon for a lot of people. And this removes the sort of question mark over who created the xenomorphs more and more, and puts it very, very squarely, firmly, I believe anyway, in the engineers' hands. Now, what did the scientists and researchers do with the black goo, the accelerant, the mutagen? Well, they created their own xenomorphs and facehuggers and aliens, essentially. That's basically what happened in this film, or what will happen in this film, in this particular timeline. Which is good. I mean, this is interesting. I'm sort of just looking at the page now, looking at it all. I guess in some instances, this is more conversational now. So what do you think of that, first and foremost? Please do let me know down below. But I think this adds some more legitimacy to the term, the perfect organism, as it were. I don't hate this at all. I think it's actually a really nice way to bring back the big chap, the Xeno, the original. And I don't think it's a bad way to connect back to the prequels. Obviously, that story's never going to be finished, although maybe it will be if this film does well. Maybe Ridley Scott will get his chance. But this is a way that it circulates back around to those prequels and the original film in a way which isn't too on the nose. There are things about this film which are on the nose. Dialogue, get away from her bitch, all these kind of things. But I don't think that's very on the nose. I think that's quite good. I like the sound of that. So, what do you guys think? Please do let me know. And I want to address, or not the really, I don't want to address it. I want to discuss leaks and spoilers, and why I think for this film especially they are beneficial. An argument can be made that leaks and spoilers for some films are a detriment to the film. I actually don't think that's the case for Alien Romulus. I think leaks and spoilers for Alien Romulus are only a benefit. And the reason why I say that is Disney owns the property. And Disney, in a lot of people's eyes, are the curse. They are the cursed mark of any franchise, especially an R-rated franchise, when they own it and they work on it. And they shove, all their nonsense politics into it. So people's expectations for this film are not high in the first place. There's excitement, at the very least interest, morbid curiosity, but people are not hugely excited for this film, right? I think, and we've got to remember, Alien Covenant did not do very well. We've now got this being owned by Disney. That is a black mark against the franchise's brand, title, whatever you want to call it. And so leaks, and because the expectation is rock bottom, it can only go up or it can stay there. And so I think leaks actually in this instance serve to benefit the film in quite a large way, because they can't make people not watch it, right? If they weren't going to watch it in the first place. And that's what a lot of people do feel about this property, is they wait for it to go on streaming. Now you wait for this film to go on streaming and you're content with that as a fan, right? But you want more, you're not going to get more. This film has to do well at the box office. So I think leaks and spoilers surrounding this can be hugely beneficial. Now you guys know me, I try not to anyway, reveal leaks and spoilers unless it's clearly labelled. So people search them out, people look for them. And an argument can be made that yes, people have, worked hard on it, etc. But that doesn't matter, they've all got paid. Right? Everyone that's worked on a film has gotten paid already. And by leaking things and sparking interest in the product, they may get paid further because of back-end deals. That's a fact. And so to argue against leaks and spoilers is juvenile. It is juvenile. People have the option. They have the option to watch these videos or they don't. People choose to. People want to be spoiled. I don't mind being spoiled on quite a lot of things because it's actually the execution that matters. I've read many scripts in my day, and a lot of them, generally speaking, they're fine or they're bad. But it's vastly different to the execution on the screen, unless obviously it's very glaring and there's big narrative issues. But it's the execution that matters. So reading these spoilers, it doesn't make a difference to me. I don't care. I'm still excited. I still have an air of excitement about this. Because there's a lot here which, upon execution, could be absolutely incredible. Could be dog shit as well, but it could be incredible. So there you go. Thought I would talk about spoilers and leaks and where they serve a positive purpose when it comes to certain franchises. Alien definitely being one of them when they are owned by Disney. So let me know what you think down below on this and the ties to the original film. Cheers guys, take care. Bye-bye now.